Special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we're going ahead and building the Mitsubishi G4M1 Betty. The Mitsubishi G4M was a twin-engine land-based medium bomber formerly manufactured by Mitsubishi Aircraft Company, a part of Mitsubishi Heavy Industries and operated by Imperial Japanese Navy from 1940 to 1945. Its official designation is Mitsubishi Navy Type 1 attack bomber. The Allied reporting name was Betty. Designed to be a strict specification to succeed the Mitsubishi G3M already in service, the G4M boasted very good performance and excellent range and was considered the best land-based naval bomber at the time. This was achieved by its structural lightness and an almost total lack of protection for the crew, with no armor plating or self-sealing fuel tanks. The G4M was officially adopted on April 2nd, 1941, but the aforementioned problems would prove to be a severe drawback. Often suffering heavy losses, Allied fighter pilots nicknamed the G4M the Flying Lighter, as it was extremely prone to ignition after a few hits. It was not until later variants of the G4M2 and the G4M3 that self-sealing fuel tanks, armor protection for the crew, and better defensive armament was installed. Nonetheless, the G4M would become the Navy's primary land-based bomber. It is the most widely produced and most famous bomber operated by the Japanese during World War II, and it served in nearly all battles during the Pacific War. The aircraft is also known for being the mothership that carried Yokosuka MXY-7 Oka, a purpose-built anti-ship suicide weapon during the final years of the war. Of the 2,400 G4Ms produced, no intact aircraft have survived. So yeah, the G4M1 Betty, a very iconic aircraft from World War II, especially the Japanese. This was their main bomber and pretty much served a variety of roles. It was used as a torpedo bomber, as a mothership to carry suicide bombing devices, and obviously as a bomber. So quite a wide range of roles here for the Betty, and quite impressive little aircraft. As I mentioned, it has a lot of drawbacks of being pretty weak in comparison to typical bombers and stuff, and Allied fighter pilots were able to easily tear these apart, and they were very easy to shoot down. Later variants tried to correct this, but the majority of Bettys produced were the G4M1s, which were very prone to those problems. Yeah, really nice aircraft and a fun one to add to our Japanese arsenal. It's always good to have some more Japanese aircraft, as we don't have too many, and this right here is a really good bomber that is very iconic, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to appreciate, as a lot of you guys have asked for it in the past. Before we go ahead and get started with taking a look at the vehicle, I want to go give a special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel where you guys already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions, where you can go and put a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a vehicle request you're choosing depending on which tier you sub to. Help support the work I do, and it's obviously greatly appreciated. So again, feel free to check that out. Link is always in my video descriptions. And with that, let's go ahead and kind of move into taking a look here at the aircraft. As you can see here, we only have a in-flight model, as a landed version would involve having this aircraft at a slant, just due to the kind of tricycle landing gear configurations used during World War II. But yeah, we have the front nose here, which has the nose-mounted gun. Obviously, the glass nose there for the bombardier, which will be able to, control the aircraft and drop bombs when needed. We move back, we have the cockpit itself, so quite a big canopy section for a cockpit, but pretty cool nonetheless. Communication equipment, stuff like that. We also have a rear gunner here on the back. Again, really weak armament, as you can see. We have one front gun, one gun here on for the back, and we have two waist guns here to either side, so pretty typical of bombers during the time. And as we get to the back here on the tail, we have a 20mm cannon. So some pretty good armament on the back there, but again, a 20mm cannon, sometimes not always the best to have. But yeah, really nice design, I think. As you can see, it's a pretty fat aircraft, to say the very least. I was actually really surprised with how thick this fuselage kind of maintained going back. Usually you have a thicker fuselage here in the middle, and then it kind of tapers back. Well, this one's very abrupt taper as it gets right toward the rears there. So kind of an interesting design there, but pretty thick aircraft, but a cool one nonetheless, and going to make an awesome addition to any of your World War II Pacific scenarios. And yeah, so that's pretty much the aircraft here. Again, wing design here looks really good. Really happy with the way it turned out, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it as well. But anyways, that's going to do it for this overview. Let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layers here, we're going to start with layers 1 through 3. Now, one thing I want to mention, if you're completely new to my aircraft tutorials, is the way I like to structure these tutorials is I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means is we'll be building the center line of the aircraft on camera, and everything on the right side, and then we'll be leaving it up to you guys to copy the left side over. As you can see with the model in front of us, we do have the left side already built, and basically this side is just going to be transferred over on camera to the right side, and then it'll be up to you guys to take the right side and build it to the left side. Pretty simple stuff, and once we kind of get into it and you build the first few layers, you're going to see it makes a little bit more sense what we're doing, but overall shouldn't be that complicated or anything like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and kind of dive straight into it. Now, as I mentioned, this is only for the in-flight version. We do not have a landed version for this model, as with all World War II aircraft for the most part, none of them really sit level, so we aren't really able to make a landed version properly. So we would have to have a completely slanted one and a completely different model for it to work. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do here is we'll be going ahead and placing down a smooth quartz top slab, followed by a second top slab behind it. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth quartz full blocks. Now, this version here, you didn't really get a good view of it in the finalized or in the model I showed earlier, but there is actually an open bomb bay. Some historical photos of the G4M1, actually quite a few, did show it with a exposed bomb bay, so I did decide to go ahead and go with that version. It allows us to kind of put some bombs in here and kind of add a little bit more, I guess, atmosphere to our build. So that's what we're going to be going ahead and doing here. We can see we have our bombs, which will be going in this spot right here. But anyways, after this smooth quartz block, we want to go ahead and skip a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks back. After those 11 blocks, we're going to then place down our iron trap door. Let me just double check my count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, 11 blocks in total. So after our 11 blocks, we're going to then place down an iron trap door, a smooth quartz block, followed by a second, third, fourth, and fifth smooth quartz blocks. So you have a row of 5 here. We're going to then place down 1, 2, 3, 4 smooth quartz top slabs, followed by a smooth quartz upside down stair. Going ahead and going down from the stair at an angle, we're going to place down a block of coal, a stone button on both sides, and then a lever on top of the block of coal flicked toward the upside down stair. Coming off the lever, we're going to place down a smooth quartz top slab, followed by 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron trapdoors back like that. Once that's done, going ahead and going back up to the front, we have our center line of our aircraft done. We can go and delete any of our blocks or anything like that in the center there. We have our center line complete, and we're going to go and start working our way out to the sides. Starting off with the nose, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor coming off that quartz top slab, followed by a second top slab back, and we're going to go and then place down a smooth quartz stair upside down facing that direction. Going back from the stair, we're going to place down additional 1, 2, 3, and 4 stairs upside down, so we create a corner stair, and then we have 4 regular upside down stairs going back. After that, we're going to then go out to the side here from the stair. We're going to place down a smooth quartz top slab, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 smooth quartz top slabs back. We're going to go to the inside here and to get our bombs started. So this right here, you can go ahead and choose to do bombs, which is what I'm going to do. You can also look at some of my tutorials in the past where I do have torpedoes on the bottom of aircraft. And you can try to create a torpedo or make your own. I think the Betty could fit 1 torpedo in here. So you probably want to have that centered, if I remember correctly. Anyways, we want to go ahead and then go to these 2 slabs here if you're doing the bombs. And we're going to place down 2 dark oak trapdoors here. Skip a space, dark oak trapdoor, skip a space, 2 dark oak trapdoors, skip a space, and 1 dark oak trapdoor, like that for the center there. We then want to go ahead and place down a smooth quartz top slab, come off this iron trapdoor here. And after that, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 quartz upside down stairs. So 4 quartz upside down stairs. And we're going to then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 quartz top slabs, followed by 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron trapdoors. And that right there is going to basically create our fuselage. Now from this point, we do need to build out to the sides for our engines. We're going to go into this first quartz top slab here. We're going to go and build out to the side 1, 2, and 3 blocks. So over here, 1, 2, 3. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor, and then go back 1 and 2 iron trapdoors. We then want to place down 1, 2, and 3 smooth quartz top slabs here, come out those iron trapdoors. 1 top slab back, 1 forward, and then there are 2 iron trapdoors going in both directions. Then to the side here on the middle 3 smooth quartz blocks, we're going to place down 3 iron trapdoors like that. and we can then go ahead and delete any placeholder blocks we did place. And that right there is going to basically complete that. Last thing we need to do here is to go to the front, and on the second smooth quartz block here in the center line, so we have the first one right here. The second one, we're going to place down an end rod that comes down from it, and then an iron trapdoor on the bottom of the end rod. And that right there is going to basically complete it for layers 1 through 3 of the build, and here's what you should have from up above. Anyways, that's it for this layer. Let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 4. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer 4. Layer 4, we do have a lot going on here, so do be sure to pay close attention as we will be trying to do quite a bit of few things here. Now, as you can see here, we do have some interior spaces that will be blocked off with black concrete. If you do want to do interior, you're more than welcome to, but just for the sake of our tutorial, we are going to close this off. And since our waist gun position is open from the outside, I do have a little bit of an area kind of set aside so you can look through and be able to see out both sides as you would be able to realistically, but you can see a little bit further back we're going to have this closed off, and this will look a little bit more apparent once we kind of get everything filled out. But again, there is options for you guys to leave interior space. Most of the time, any of the black concrete you see is room for interior. Anyways, to go ahead and get started with, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to this quartz top slab here in the front. We're going to place down a black stained glass block on top of it. We're going to go then place down one more black stained glass block going forward, a narrow brick top slab, a polished blackstone top slab, and an end rod coming off that polished blackstone top slab. Going back from this black stained glass block, we're going to place down a narrow block back, so you have a row of 3 here. And we're going to then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 black concrete. Now this right here is going to be interior space if you do want to include it, so you can go ahead and choose to leave the space open or fill it in with black concrete. Either way will work. We're going to go and then place down a stone block. We're going to come back here to our bomb bay for the time being. We're just going to go ahead and skip it. We're going to go and then place down a stone block on this iron trapdoor back here. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron trapdoors, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 black concrete. Again, this could be left open for a space of 5 of interior space. We're going to then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 smooth quartz blocks, and then 1 and 2 black stained glass full blocks, a black shulker box on its side, and our brick slab here toward the rear. And that right there is going to make the center line of the aircraft. With that, we're going to start working our way out to the sides. Going to the front here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull coming off the side of the slab, followed by a direct wall going back, a dark oak wood slab, a dark oak wood stair, and then 1 and 2 green terracotta blocks. We then want to place down 2 black concrete blocks, a stone block, and we then want to go ahead and move to our bombs. For our bombs here, we're going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks on top of those dark oak wood trapdoors, and really on each one of these dark oak wood trapdoors, we're going to place down a green terracotta block. We then want to place down a zombie head on the fronts here, and then a mossy cobblestone wall connecting our green terracotta blocks. Same thing on the back here for this other set of bombs, so zombie head, mossy cobblestone wall like that. Now once we get that done, we want to go and then go in between these and between our green terracotta blocks here. First one, we're going to place down a end rod, a dark oak wood fence gate, and then an end rod between these mossy cobblestone walls. Same thing right here, end rod, dark oak wood fence gate, end rod like that for our bombs. After that, we want to go and then go after our bombs here. Coming off this stone block, we're going to place down another one, followed by 1 and 2 stone pressure plates, and then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 smooth quartz full blocks. I'm going to double check my count here to make sure I got that correct, and yep, it is 12 blocks. We then want to place down a smooth quartz stair upside down like that, and then a stair coming off it, so you have a corner stair and then an upside down stair like that. And then coming off this upside down stair, we're going to place down a narrow brick upside down stair with a zombie head on both sides of this narrow brick slab there on the back. And with that done, go ahead and going up to the front here, we're going to work our way out to the sides. We're going to place down 2 green stained glass panes on these 2 green terracotta blocks, followed by a dark oak wood stair, a green terracotta block. And we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 smooth quartz blocks back, followed by 1 and 2 smooth quartz slabs. Now coming off the side here, we're going to place down another brick top slab, and right next to it we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate, which is going to be opened up toward this quartz slab. After that's done, we want to go and then take our direct walls. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 direct walls back, a brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 direct walls again going back. And that right there is going to do it for that. And trying to see if there's anything I missed in terms of the fuselage, and it seems like we're pretty much all good to go for that. Now, once we have that done, also on the bottom here, we're going to grab ourselves some dark oak buttons, and we want to go ahead and go to the tail here. You're going to place down 2 dark oak buttons here on the bottom of these nether brick top slab and that shulker box, so it's like that on the back. Anyways, with that done, we're going to go ahead and start working into kind of the roots here of our wings. Now, to get started with this, we want to go ahead and go to the 3rd smooth quartz block back on the side. So we have 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, and 3 birchwood trapdoors over. Behind that, we're going to place down a row of 3 of birchwood top slabs, and we're going to then do 3 rows of 3 of smooth quartz top slabs. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to then place down a row of 3 of iron trapdoors. We then want to go ahead and go to the sides, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then across the center here, we're going to go and do a row of 3 of iron trapdoors like that across. Now in the center space, we can't place a lever in this spot just yet, so we're going to have to come back to that. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead and place down a placeholder block here, and a skeleton skull come off the side of that block. We can go and then delete the block, and we get just a skeleton skull in that space for right now, and again, we'll come back to that a little bit later. Once that's done, we're going to now focus our attention here to the engines. For this, we're going to go and grab some smooth quartz blocks, and coming off those birchwood trapdoors, we're going to place down 3 smooth quartz blocks across our engine there. We're going to go and then place down another row of 3 going forward. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a smooth quartz stair, which is going to be upside down, facing the front there. So it's like this here, to both sides, and the space in between those stairs, we're going to place down a black concrete block. We're going to then place down an iron bar coming off that block, another smooth quartz upside down stair to both sides, and we're going to then place down another smooth quartz upside down stair again to both sides with a smooth quartz slab there in the center. Once we have that done, we're going to then take our smooth quartz blocks, and we want to go and do a row of 3 across this section here. And after we have that done, we want to go and then do another row back, so 1, 2, 3 of full blocks, smooth quartz upside down stair. We then want to go and grab our direct walls. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 direct walls here, 1, 2, 3, and the skeletons go on both sides of this smooth quartz upside down stair. With that all complete there, we want to go then take our iron trapdoors, and we're going to do a row of 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors right here along the side, followed by another row of 3. And we're going to then place down 1 iron trapdoor here, a placeholder block coming off this iron trapdoor, so just whatever block you have, and then we're going to place down a skeleton skull coming off it. Delete that block, and we're going to come back to it like we are going to go for this one right here. So that right there is going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for this layer. This is what it should look like from up above when you have layer 4 complete, and that right there is going to wrap it up for layer 4. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and place down a black stained glass block on top of this nether brick top sub here in the front, and then coming off it, we're going to place down a nether brick upside down stair. We then want to go and go back from this black stained glass block for a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 black concrete blocks, or you can go ahead and choose to leave the space open. Either way will work. Again, that black concrete is interior space. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 stone blocks in total in this space right here, which will cover up our bomb bay and kind of close it off. Once we get back to this section here, on top of that black concrete block from earlier, we're going to go ahead and place down another black concrete block. And this right here is going to be a row of 10 black concrete blocks in total, again, if you do want to close that space off. On the back here, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 black stained glass blocks on top of the 2 from the previous layer. In our polished black stone upside down stair, polished black stone top slab, an end rod, and a wither skeleton skull come off the end rod like so. With that done, going ahead and going back up to the front here, we're going to place down a zombie head coming off the side of this nether brick stair, black stained glass pane, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green terracotta blocks back, black concrete, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 stone blocks back, just like that. Once we get to this point here, we're going to then place down a green terracotta block on the second quartz block here. And we want to go and then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or sorry, we're going to go ahead and go back 5, so you have a total of 6. A smooth quartz block, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 green terracotta blocks. Followed by a row of 2 of dark oak wood upside down stairs, facing that direction like that to create these little windows there on the side. Then we're going to place down a end rod, come off the side of this stair here, a dark oak wood trapdoor on the tip of the end rod, and then a black stained glass pane, or full block, sorry, coming off this end rod with a dark oak wood button on the side of it. After that's done, going back up to the front and out to the sides, we're going to go ahead and take our green stained glass. We're going to go ahead and go to our third green terracotta block. We're going to place down 1 and 2 green stained glass panes, followed by 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls back. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 green terracotta blocks back, followed by a row of 1 and 2 black stained glass. And we're going to go ahead and place down a spruce upside down stair. Coming off that stair, we're going to place down a polished black stone upside down stair, and then an end rod like that for our machine guns on the sides. We're going to go ahead and also place down a black stained glass block here, and a black stained glass pane like that coming off that block. After that, we're going to then place down a green terracotta block coming off this one here, followed by a second block back, a red concrete block, and then 1 and 2 brick walls, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall, like so, a diorite wall, and then 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls back. We're going to then place down 1, 2, and 3 iron trapdoors, then a row of 4, followed by a second row of 4, followed by 3 rows of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then we want to go and do 3 rows of 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And those are going to basically be the start there of our horizontal stabilizers. Moving back to the wing here to go ahead and get started with, we're going to take our yellow concrete. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 on top of those birchwood trapdoors. We're going to then take our green terracotta. We're going to do 4 rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4 rows. Once we get to this point, we're going to take our dark oak wood trapdoors, do a row of 3 of dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to go then do 2 daylight detectors, and then a dark oak wood slab. After that, we're going to then do a dark oak wood trapdoor here on the inside, followed by a second trapdoor back. And we're going to also do a daylight detector here on top of the skeleton skull, a dark oak wood trapdoor back from that daylight detector, and then right here on this side we're going to do a daylight detector here and a dark oak wood trapdoor back from it. Now we do get the problem here that will arise of the iron trapdoors that will open due to the daylight detector having the source of basically the sun. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and use the command /give debug stick. And this right here will give us a debug stick, which we can use to go ahead and close these. So we're going to go into selected open true, and we're going to change these to false. So these iron trapdoors that do open will close up. Make sure you hold on to this because we will be using this a little bit later as well. Now once we get to this point here, we want to go ahead and then start off by going ahead and going to our engines, and we're going to go ahead and start working on that. Now for our engines here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor like this, coming off those 2 smooth quartz stairs like so. We're also going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off those trapdoors out to the side here. Once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a iron bar to both sides here, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off the iron bars. We then also want to go and grab red concrete. We're going to place down a red concrete block between the iron bars, and then we're going to go forward 1 and 2 red concrete blocks, so a total of 3 there. And then a brick wall, and that right there is going to basically be the kind of start there for our propellers. Now once we get to this point here, we're going to then place down a green terracotta block in the center. We're going to go ahead and go to the sides of it, and we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides. And we also want to go ahead and grab a dark oak wood sign, and we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign coming off the side here of those mossy cobblestone walls as well. After that, we're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to do a row of 3 across, a second row of 3. And then at this point right here, we're going to go ahead and do a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down the center. We're going to go ahead and go to the sides here, and we're going to do a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these smooth quartz blocks. And same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that on this side. Now over here, we're on this inside section, we're going to place down a green terracotta block here. And we want to go and then take our dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down a dark oak wood slab here, coming off this one, a daylight detector, and a dark oak wood trapdoor. Again, that trapdoor on the bottom here is going to open up, so we're just going to go ahead and give that a close with our debug stick. Continuing on, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 2 of dark oak wood slabs here, followed by a daylight detector again, and again use our debug stick to close that up. Now, once we get to this section here, we're going to take our smooth quartz, we're going to go one more block back. We're going to go then place down a green terracotta block, and we're going to then take a dark oak wood stair, and we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair in this spot here, and then a daylight detector here on the back, and again our debug stick, we're going to just close that right up for us. Now, also on the bottom here, if you remember back, we did those skeleton skulls here. Well, on the bottom of these daylight detectors, we're going to crouch and place down a lever coming off those blocks there, kind of going back and connecting to those skeleton skulls. So it's going to be like that for both sides there, like so. Now, once we get to this point, what we want to do here is we're going to be going ahead and placing down a birchwood upside down stair, which is going to be coming off this first smooth quartz block here. Now from this, we're going to go forward on these 2 green terracotta blocks. We're going to place down dark oak wood trapdoors to the sides here, and also on the side of this green terracotta block on the inside of the engine. Now, once we have that done there, we're going to take our smooth quartz blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 smooth quartz blocks back, and we're going to go ahead and then it's actually going to be a row of 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to end at the trapdoor. So we have 5 smooth quartz blocks, and then a dark oak wood quartz upside down stair. Now once we get to this point, we want to go ahead and then place down 2 smooth quartz upside down stairs, which are going to be coming off these 2 smooth quartz blocks, so second and third from front. And we're going to also place down a quartz top slab coming off this one toward the front there, like so. And coming off this birch stair, we're going to place down a birch top slab. Then going back, we're going to take our quartz top slabs. We're just going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 back from that stair. Next, we're out to the side here. Again, we're going to place down a birch slab, like so. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 quartz top slabs. Next row is going to be a little bit different. We're going to grab a birchwood trapdoor, place down a birchwood trapdoor. We're going to then place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 quartz top slabs. We're going to leave a space at 2, and then another quartz top slab on the end here. Like we've been doing before, we're going to place down a placeholder block in this spot right here. And like for these bottom two sections there, we're going to place down a skeleton skull coming off the side of that block. Delete the block, and we'll come back to that in the next layer, in which we'll add the lever onto the bottom of the block we're going to be placing in the next layer. Anyways, after that, we're going to then place down an iron trapdoor. So this quartz top slab here is actually going to be an iron trapdoor there. After that's done though, we're going to take our iron trapdoors. We're going to do a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all the way across there, and we're going to then do another row of 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. After that, we want to go and then go to the third iron trapdoor from the front, and we're going to place down 1 to the side, 2, 3, and 4. So you have a row of 4 there, and we're going to go and do the same thing again. So a row of 4 with iron trapdoors. And once we have that all complete there, that is what's going to basically be it for layer number 5. Here's what it looks like from up above, and as you can see, it's starting to get some shape going on. And that right there is going to do it for layer 5. With that, let's move into layer number 6. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we'll be going ahead and moving into layer number 6. For layer 6 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to start off by placing down a black stained glass block on top of this narrow brick upside down stair. Coming off of it, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood button, like so you have basically the front here. Going back from this block, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in total you have a row of 5. And we want to go and then take our black concrete, and we can close this whole space off here. So just to go ahead and get a count here of how much space this is, going all the way back here, this is a total of 16 blocks in total. So right here, that you can go ahead and basically close this whole space off, or do whatever you guys want with it. But yeah, we have a space of 16 going back. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone block here on the end. Once we have that done, we're going to resume our black concrete. So on top of our previous layer here, place down a black concrete block, and we want to go ahead and then go back from it. A total of 9 blocks. You have a row of 10 here in total. And again, you can leave that space open. Anyways, on the back here, we're going to go and place down 3 black stained glass blocks here. So starting on that polished black stone stair, 2 forward like that. We're going to place down an airbrick top slab coming off that black stained glass full block. After that, go ahead and go back up to the front. We're going to work our way out to the sides here. We're going to place down a black stained glass pane to the side here, black stained glass full block, and a dark oak wood button on the side of that block. We then want to place down a dark oak wood stair like this, going back from the glass block, and a dark oak wood sign on the side here. And after that, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood upside down stair and a dark oak wood top slab. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 green terracotta blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 black concrete blocks or open space, a black stained glass block, and then 1 and 2 black concrete blocks, and then a stone block like so. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors, back like so, 2 dark oak wood top slabs, and then take our green terracotta. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4 green terracotta blocks, a black stained glass block, smooth quartz block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 green terracotta blocks, dark oak wood stair, another dark oak wood stair, and then coming off that stair, we're going to put an air brick stair, so we create a corner stair like that. And then a zombie head coming off the side of that top slab like so. After that's done, go ahead and move them back up to the front here. We're going to place down a glass green stained glass pane on the side of this green terracotta block. And then going back from it, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 mossy cobblestone walls. We then want to take our green terracotta. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green terracotta blocks back, followed by a dark oak wood slab, and then 1, 2, 3 green terracotta blocks, 2 dark oak wood top slabs, and then 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta blocks. We're going to place down a diorite wall, followed by a brick wall, and then another diorite wall directly after it. Once that's done, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood slab in this spot here, followed by a diorite wall, and then a mossy cobblestone wall. We then want to go ahead and go to our horizontal stabilizers here. We're going to place down 3 dark oak wood slabs here. We then want to go and do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 daylight detectors. Again, we'll make sure that we adjust those trapdoors back to the closed mode. We're going to go then take our daylight detectors, and we're going to do a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 all across the bottom here. And we will need to close these all up again, as these will open up. After that, we're going to then take our dark oak trapdoors, and we're just going to place down a row of dark oak trapdoors all the way along the daylight detectors, and then close them up like so. And with that all done there, that's going to do it for our horizontal stabilizers, and we're going to go now work on our wings. So for our wings section here, to go ahead and get started, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, and 3 birchwood slabs across that section there, followed by 3 daylight detectors behind that row. We're going to go ahead and also take our green carpet. We're going to place down 2 green carpets and then a dark oak wood trapdoor like so. We're going to go then get to our engine section here, which to do this, we're going to start off by placing down a quartz stair, or sorry, not a quartz stair, a dark oak wood stair, which is going to be on top of this section here. So it's going to be a stair like this. And then going back from the stair, we're going to place down a stair behind it so it turns into a corner stair. Same thing right here on this side as well. Now, one thing on the bottom here, I also want to change that these upside down stairs here of quartz are actually going to be corner stairs as well. So go ahead and make that little adjustment there if you need to, but they should be corner stairs there on the bottom, or basically in the corners there of the engine. In the center here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab. So, or actually, it should be, yeah, actually, you know, it is a top slab. So we're going to place down a top slab right there between our stairs. We're going to then place down an iron bar here in the center between those stairs, and then a black concrete block after that. Once we have that done, we're going to place down a dark oak wood corner stair to both sides. And we're going to also place that dark oak wood sign on the side of these corner stairs. We then want to go ahead and also place down a polished black stone stair on both sides. A dark oak wood sign coming off the sides of those polished black stone stairs like that. And we're going to then place down a green terracotta block in the middle between those stairs. One more block back. Dark oak wood stair to both sides. Another green terracotta block back. And we want to go then take our dark oak wood slabs. And we're going to place down 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 in the center. We then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor right here. And a green carpet back. We're going to go ahead and also place down a daylight detector here. Dark oak wood trapdoor. And just right, that's pretty much it for that. Then right here, dark oak wood slab, dark oak wood trapdoor, and then a green carpet like that. After we have that done there, we want to go and then take our birch slabs. We're going to place down a birch slab here. We're going to go and go back from it. 1, 2, dark oak wood slabs, followed by a daylight detector. And we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood slab here, and then a green carpet, and actually a second green carpet back. Next row to the side, we're going to place down a birchwood slab, a green terracotta block, followed by a dark oak wood slab, a second dark oak wood slab, a dark oak wood trapdoor, and then 2 green carpets back. Next row here is going to be another birchwood slab, 2 green terracotta blocks, or actually sorry, just 1 green terracotta block, and then a dark oak wood stair here coming off of it. Coming off that stair, we're going to place down a slab, a daylight detector, and we're going to then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor, and then a green carpet. We're going to then place down a birchwood stair here next to the slab. Going back from that stair, we're going to place down a row of 2 green terracotta. We want to go then place down 2 dark oak wood slabs back, a daylight detector, and then a dark oak wood slab or dark oak wood trapdoor directly after that. After that, we're going to then take a dark oak wood stair. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair here next to that stair like that, and we're going to then place down a smooth quartz block like so. After that smooth quartz block, we're going to place down a green terracotta block like this, followed by a second one back like so. We're going to then place down 2 dark oak wood slabs, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor here on the end. After that, we want to go and then place down another dark oak wood stair here in the front, 2 smooth quartz blocks, or sorry, just 1, and then 3 green terracotta blocks back this time. We're going to then place down a dark oak wood slab, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor. Once we have that all done there, we want to go ahead and then take our smooth quartz stairs. So to begin with, and we're going to place down a upside down stair coming off this block, and then another stair coming off. So you have a corner stair, and then you have a regular stair like that. After we have that done, going back from each one of those blocks there, we're going to go ahead and place down a green terracotta block from the first one. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, and 4. Green terracotta blocks, actually, sorry, just the 3. And we want to go then place down a dark oak wood stair. Like that. Our next row here, we're going to place down a smooth quartz block, and then 1 and 2 green terracotta blocks, and then a dark oak wood corner stair. With that done, going ahead and continue with our wings. We want to go ahead and go from this section, and we want to go and place down a row 3 of full blocks. So we're going to place down a quartz top slab here. We're going to do 3 full blocks, and then a smooth quartz upside down stair facing that direction toward the back there. After that's done, our next row is going to be another row out to the side here, which is going to be a row of 2, and then a row of just 1 stair. So we're going to place down a top slab here, a row of 2 of full blocks, and then an upside down smooth quartz stair, and then a iron trapdoor. Or actually, sorry, just a smooth quartz top slab. So I'm just going to go there. Now once we get to this section here, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor in the front. We then want to go ahead and take our smooth quartz top slabs, and we're going to go and do a row of 3 back. 1, 2, 3, and then our iron trapdoor. We're going to go ahead and repeat this row one more time. So an iron trapdoor, 3 quartz top slabs, iron trapdoor. Next row here, 2 quartz top slabs, iron trapdoor. We then want to go ahead and do 4 rows of 3 of iron trapdoors going out the side. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 more row, 2, 3, and then 1 coming off the center, just like that. And after that's all complete there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have for layer number 6 for the build. As you can see, we're really starting to get the shape together, the wings are starting to come together, and really this aircraft's getting closer to being done. But here's what we should have for this layer so far, and with that, that's going to complete layer 6. With that, let's move into layer number 7. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 7. For layer 7, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to start off by placing down a dark oak wood button on top of this black stained glass block here in the front. We're going to then place down a daylight detector, followed by 2 polished black stone slabs, and then 1, 2, and 3 black concrete blocks. And this is going to be on the outside of the structure, so you will need this. We're going to then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 black stained glass full blocks, followed by a black concrete block, and then 2 green terracotta blocks back. We're going to then place down a birchwood trapdoor, and we're going to have it opened up toward that direction. A cut sandstone slab, a dark oak fence gate like so, and then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 green terracotta blocks back, a smooth quartz full block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green terracotta blocks back, a dark oak up sound stair, and then a dark oak button here on top of this nether brick top slab. After that, going ahead and going up to the front here again, we're going to place down a daylight detector on top of this stair. And we then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak button here on top of this block. We can also turn these daylight detectors here to night mode to kind of blend in with the black color just a little bit better on the nose here. We're going to go ahead and place down a polished blackstone slab back, a polished blackstone stair here, and then 2 stairs back from it. So you have a corner stair, 2 regular stairs, like so. And then we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black concrete blocks, a black concrete block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 green terracotta blocks back, a smooth quartz stair, 1, 2 dark oak wood stairs, 2 dark oak wood slabs, and 2 daylight detectors like that going back. Again, going up to the front here and out to the sides, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull at a slight angle there on top of that mossy cobblestone wall. We then want to take our black stained glass panes. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along the side here. We're going to go then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mossy cobblestone walls. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark oak wood stairs. Followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark oak wood slabs. And then 1, 2 green zombie heads, and then a green zombie head here at a slight angle like that going back. And then we're just going to place down a green carpet on top of the slab here, like so. After that's all done, we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves dark oak wood trapdoors and also wither skeleton skulls. And we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on top of these polished blackstone stairs like that to both sides there. And we then want to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 dark oak wood trapdoors there on top of those slabs and iron trapdoors and black concrete blocks, so just closing that area off. Now once we have that done, we want to go and then grab our green carpet, and we're going to start off by going ahead and taking our green carpet, and we're going to do a row of 5 right here. So we're going to start on this quartz full block. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 dark oak trapdoors out to the side there. Our next row here is going to be a green carpet, which is going to be indented from this, so it's going to be right here. And then 1, 2, 3 dark oak wood trap doors, actually sorry, 4, followed by what is going to be a row of 4 of daylight detectors. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, if any of our trapdoors do open, make sure that they do get closed using the debug stick, or just close them back up if you need to. We're going to go then place down 2 brick slabs here, followed by a dark oak wood slab on the end here. And we then want to go ahead and grab a zombie head, and we're going to place down a zombie head here in the corner space like that. After that's all done, we then want to go ahead and place down a green, or row 2 of green carpet, so 1, 2, and we then want to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 dark oak trapdoors, followed by 2 daylight detectors. So I realized a quick mistake here that I did make, and it's really not that big of an issue. It's pretty easy to fix. All we're going to do is extend this first row here on the leading edge, 1 more green carpet, and then 1 more dark oak trapdoor. So pretty simple fix there. Right here, this section, same thing. We're just going to go ahead and basically place down a green carpet here, 1 more forward, a dark oak trapdoor, and then we're going to place down our daylight detector in this spot right there. Now after that's done, we're going to go and do the same thing here. So we're going to do a green carpet here, followed by 1 more dark oak slab, or dark oak trapdoor forward, and then we're going to move a daylight detector forward, and then we're going to do a dark oak slab here. So just going to kind of move everything forward 1, so it should look like something like that on the tip there. And then once we get to this point here, we're going to take our brick slabs, place down 2 brick slabs and 2 dark oak slabs there to the outside. After that's done, we're going to take our green carpet. We're going to do 1, 2 green carpets there, and we want to go and then take our trapdoors, and we want to go and do a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trapdoors along the side there. We're going to then place down 2 daylight detectors here. Again, if any trapdoors do open, just make sure you close them up. And we're going to place down another dark oak slab there. And we're going to go ahead and place down zombie heads here in the corners like that at a 45-degree angle. Anyways, after that's all done, we then want to go ahead and take our green carpet. We're going to place down 1, 2 here, and 2 dark oak wood trapdoors like that for the end there. And after that's all done there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have there for the wings. And with that, that's going to complete layer number 7 for the build. And hard part's out of the way. The wings are done, so it's going to be pretty much smooth sailing from here on out, basically completing the build. So that's it for layer 7. Let's move on to layer number 8. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer. We'll be going ahead and moving into layer number 8. For layer 8 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and start off and place down another brick stair on top of this black stained glass block right here. And we're going to then go back from it 4 black stained glass blocks, 2 green terracotta, a black stained glass block, and we're going to then skip a space, and we're going to then place down a spruce wood slab, a polished black stone upside down stair, and an end rod coming off that polished black stone stair. After that's done, going ahead and moving to the sides here, we're going to place down a nether brick stair here, or nether brick wither skeleton skull, my bad. About a 45-degree angle here in the corners, and then going back from it, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 nether brick stairs. We then want to place down 2 dark oak wood stairs back, followed by a dark oak wood stair like this, and then a nether brick stair coming off it. So it turns that right there into a corner stair. Then you have your nether brick stair, and after that nether brick stair, we're going to place down 2 daylight detectors back. After that, going to the front here on the left side, and the left side only, on top of this polished black stone stair here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post, and that's going to be on the left side, and the left side only of the fuselage. So again, only on the left side. We then want to go ahead and go after this end rod with a dark oak wood fence post, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 dark oak wood trapdoors back. To the sides here, coming off the daylight detectors, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4, all on the sides there. After that, going ahead and moving to the back here, we're going to go and skip a space. We're going to place down a lever, a barrier block, and then we're going to go and then place down a stone button on the side of this barrier block, like that. After that's done, we want to go and then place down a smooth cord stair on top of this green terracotta block here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 green terracotta blocks back, and then a mossy cobblestone wall like this on the end here. On both sides of this green terracotta block, we're just going to place down a dark oak wood sign like that. After that's all done though, that is going to basically wrap it up for layer number 8 for the build. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 7. Alright guys, so we're actually moving on to layer number 9. For layer 9, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of this one over here on the left side. We then want to go ahead and go to our 3 last black stained glass blocks here, and place down 3 dark oak wood trapdoors on top of them. We're going to go then skip a space back, place down a end rod, place down a lever, flick toward the rear, and a dark oak wood slab coming off the end rod, or the lever. We then want to go ahead and go to the left side of the dark oak wood slab, and on the left side only, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of the nether brick stair. On top of this polished black stone block, we're going to place down an item frame with green paint in it, and if you are able to, so if you are on Java Edition, you can place down a polished black stone button on top of that stair as well. If you're on Bedrock, you can't do that ability, so just go ahead and use the item frame. We're going to then place down a zombie head on top of this nether brick, or this dark oak wood fence post here, followed by a row of 5 of barrier blocks that go back from it. And we're going to place down 2 stone buttons here on the left side of the barrier blocks on the first 2 and the first 2 only. We then want to go ahead and go to our back section here. We're going to go up from this barrier block we placed in the previous layer. We're going to go ahead and go up and back one. We're going to place down another barrier block here with a stone button there on the side. On top of this green terracotta block here, we're going to place down a smooth quartz stair. Then 1, 2, 3, and 4 green terracotta blocks back, and a zombie head on this last green terracotta block. On both sides of this block here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign. We can also go ahead and do a tail number for the aircraft. So for me, I just did 811 using a green banner in white lettering. You can go ahead and do something completely different. There are plenty of tutorials on YouTube that do show you guys how to make the letter banners and number banners for 1.16 and all that stuff. So if you want to actually make those, you can look at those tutorials, or if you know how to make them yourselves, you can go ahead and do that as well. But yeah, pretty simple. Just a 3-digit tail number is all you need there for the back of the aircraft. And with that, that's going to wrap up what we have there for layer 9. And with that, let's pretty much go ahead and move into our final layers. So with that, we'll go ahead and move into the last layers of the tutorial. Alright guys, moving into our final layers, we have 10... Alright guys, moving into our final layers, we have layers 10 through 12. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of this one here, and also a fence post on top of this one. We're going to then place down a row of barrier blocks between those fence posts, going all the way toward the front here, and on top of those blocks there, we're just going to place down stone buttons all the way across there for the cabling. Once we have that done, going ahead and go into this end rod right here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of it, a trapdoor to the side, closed up like so, trapdoor like that, and then one on top to go ahead and kind of create this circular little radar communications or something like that on top there. Once we get to this point, we're going to then go to these barrier blocks right here. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 stone buttons on top. We then want to go ahead and go up from this stone button of a barrier block, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pack. We're going to place down stone buttons on the right, on the left side here of the first 3. And then 1, 2, and 3 stone buttons on top of the last 2. We're going to then place down 2 more barrier blocks coming off those stone buttons there, and then 2 stone buttons there to the side. For this section here, we're just going to go ahead and continue up going at an angle. So we're going to place down a barrier block here, stone button on the side, and that right there will bring us to basically that point there. Now, once we get to this point, we're going to go ahead and then place down a smooth quartz stair on top of this green terracotta block. Then 1, 2, and 3 smooth quartz blocks back from it. We're going to place down a dark oak wood button on both sides of this smooth quartz block and a dark oak wood sign on both sides of this last one. Then on top of that, or actually sorry, on the side here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor as well. We then want to go ahead and go to the top here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair on top here, followed by a green terracotta block and another dark oak wood stair. We're going to go ahead and place down dark oak buttons on both sides of this green terracotta block, dark oak wood trapdoor on top there, and we're also going to go ahead and take a end rod, place it coming off the stair, going forward like so. And we can actually place down one more barrier block right here, and a stone button on the side there, connected up to that end rod. And once we have that all done there, that's going to pretty much complete my design here for the G4M1 Betty. Actually, one last thing, almost forgot, something kind of critical, the props here. So we do need to actually build the props for this. We're going to need some polished blackstone slabs and walls, birchwood slab, and a sandstone wall. And to do this real simply, we're going to go to our red concrete here. We're going to place down 2 polished blackstone slabs to the side and a birchwood top slab. We then want to go ahead and go to this side here, place down a polished blackstone wall up, a second wall up, and then a birchwood slab that goes up at an angle like so. And then going downwards, we're going to place down a polished blackstone wall, one out to the side here toward the fuselage, and then a sandstone wall down from it. So you should get a design that looks like this, and we're going to do the same thing over here. So our polished blackstone top slabs like so, our walls that go up, and our walls that go down. And you'll do that to both sides there, and you have both your props complete. And now with that all done, that is going to wrap up my tutorial here for the G4M Betty bomber. Hope you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask you guys to give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from a sign of the build to my channel or this video if this does appear on your social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook for making this tutorial possible, and as always, feel free to check out my Patreon page, link is always in my video descriptions. And with that, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.